But you had no problem with disrespecting the fucking man that brought you here. I had you, you didn't have me. My career, I did fucking things. Amazing things. I'm proud of what you're doing, but Coy, you ain't done this shit or made the money that I made. You couldn't walk in my fucking Adidas.
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now, it's the right time, it's the right sound, right now, right now. Tell the whole pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down. Tell the nigga pipe down, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down.
What's good, shout around? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know, Reclaim Your Throne. All right, guys. So we have to talk about this. We have Benzino, okay? Benzino, he is a former music producer. I believe he used to roll with Mobb Deep in them and Capone and Noriega in New York and all that kind of stuff. So, I think he did some songs or produced on some songs with Biggie and whatnot, and Stevie J, obviously, who's now in Atlanta. But he is pretty much crashing out on the internet. He's airing out his business on the internet, and he's giving us a little bit of red vitamin truths because he is speaking about the relationship he has with his daughter Coi Leray, okay? And they do have a strained relationship. He obviously is going to be labeled as a deadbeat. Now, was he a deadbeat? I wouldn't go as far as to say that he was a deadbeat. Obviously, there was some parental alienation going on as well. And this isn't the first time they've gone back and forth on social media. However, you have Benzino now crashing out and essentially airing out all of their dirty laundry on the internet. And I find it very interesting because he speaks about some red vitamin truths, okay? He talks about giving money to his baby mother, okay, and supporting her and her wasting the money. And a lot of brothers go through this, and the issue is he also wasted his money. Like in the rap game, he didn't invest his money in real estate. He didn't invest his money in stocks. He didn't invest his money in crypto. He wasted his money. He made a lot of money in the 90s and early 2000s, and then he wasted it all. He's gone broke, and now he's asking Coi Leray for money, even though they have an estranged relationship. So I want you guys to listen to his take, and I am going to react to the way that he is explaining the situation.
And what I called you for, yeah, I called you for some money. I made you, you didn't make me. And right, I called Ray and everybody else. I'm supposed to. Who the fuck else am I supposed to call? What the fuck is the matter with this generation and you kids, man? Y'all are Angie knew what she was doing. She don't like me. Angela Yee knew what she was doing. She don't like me. But you had no problem with disrespecting the fucking man that brought you here. I had you. You didn't have me. My career, I did fucking things. Amazing things. I'm proud of what you're doing, but Coy, you ain't done this shit or made the money that I made. You couldn't walk in my fucking Adidas for an hour. How can you get on here and say that you're a clout? I'm using you for clout. Coy, your first record was disrespecting me. And what I called you for, yeah, I called.
Okay, so as you guys can see, he is speaking on their relationship, and initially, I think she might have aired him out about on the radio on Angie Martinez or Angela Yee's lip service or her little podcast or whatever. I think she might have aired him out and said, hey, this guy is still calling me for money, da-da-da-da, whatever, all right? Or maybe she did a tweet. I'm not completely sure. You guys can go do the research, but that is irrelevant, all right? What is relevant is how he feels about his daughter and how she feels about him and their relationship. And as you guys can see, They are beefing. They are at odds, okay? And it wasn't like he was not necessarily involved in her life. And I'm sure she can tell us some horror stories about him, and he can tell us some horror stories about her as well. But he's putting it all out there. So I want to break down line by line.
Called you for some money. I made you. You didn't make me.
So he says, I made you. You didn't make me. Now, here's the thing. When your parents have you, you don't owe them anything. Like, you don't have to pay them back for, raising you. All right. That is a responsibility that they took on themselves, and they decided to have a child. Okay. Now, here's the thing. You do want to help your family out when you can. And if she got it, and if she can lend them something, I'm not saying lend them what he's asking, but lend them something, then I think that she should. Now, I know they're at odds and whatnot, and I guess they're trying to mend the relationship. And here's the thing. He's in the wrong if he tries to mend the relationship by asking her for something, okay? You got to sit down. You got to have time in this. Maybe she can't help you out on this flip, Dad, or whatever the hell you're trying to do. But maybe she can help you out on another one in the future. But you have to mend that relationship before you go asking people for money. You never get in an argument with somebody and then to make up with them, ask them for money. So he's in the wrong there. And we're going to be objective and hold the men accountable as well. So let's keep going.
Right, I call Ray and everybody else. I'm supposed to. Who the fuck else am I supposed to call?
So he called Ray and everybody else. I guess that's his family. Hitting up Pookie and Ray for the funds. The trap money's slow. It's Bidenomics. Nobody buying drugs no more. So Ray ain't got it.
What the fuck is the matter with this generation and you kids, man? Y'all are.
So he's saying the generation is messed up, and although I don't disagree, it's not messed up for what he's trying to say, that, oh, you won't give your pop some money. You blew your bag. That's on you.
Angie knew what she was doing. She don't like me. Angela Yee knew what she was doing. She don't like me. But you had no problem with disrespecting the fucking man that brought you here. I had you. You didn't have me. My career, I did fucking things. Amazing things. I'm proud of what you're doing, but Coy, you ain't done this shit or made the money that I made. You couldn't walk in my fucking Adidas.
So trying to compare him to his daughter, I'm gonna tell you what, she gonna make more money. And this is the thing, because in the media, we do live in this gynocentric media. So even if she's dropping albums and they're flopping, she's going to be propped up in some way. And a bigger corporation, big company, they're going to find a way to use her to push the slorification agenda, and she's going to fall in. Or maybe in the future, she does go ahead and go under the knife and get some surgery, because she's talked about natural bodies and all this kind of stuff so much. And then if she goes under the knife and gets surgery, then the agenda will be using her in that way to push that, okay, you need to get a BBL, you need to get lip fillers, you need to get this, that, and the third agenda. So the body modification, BBL slored out Instagram thought agenda, she could be pushing that, because she does post a lot of sexually provocative pictures, videos, whatnot, things that pretty much should only go to your significant other.
For an hour. How can you get on here and say that you're a clout? I'm using you for clout. Coy, your first record was disrespecting me.
And he is right. The first record that really blew up for her was when she basically, I forgot exactly what she said, but it was going viral on TikTok. She was dissing him in some way. She basically said F him or something.
What I called you for? Yeah, I called you for some money.
Yeah, so let's go to the next slide.
First record that Universal allowed was you disrespecting your father. In that narrative of me not being there and you had to come out and sell drugs and you had to overcome all these obstacles. No. You was bad. Your mother sent you down to live with me in Atlanta. You couldn't cope with that because I wasn't going for the shit that she goes for and went for. So I don't know if there was some anger because of that, but that's all how I knew to be a father. How am I using you as a clout kid? Do you know, Coy, when me and your mother broke up, The $800,000 new house in Upper Saddle River, not Saddle River. We moved from the mansion to Upper Saddle River. Remember, I got indicted by the feds and I lost everything. I got indicted by the feds and I lost everything. Now, I go back to your first record that Universal.
So he got indicted by the feds and he lost everything. Well, you got yourself in legal issues, so that has nothing to do with her. Obviously, this is embarrassing for her, but I do feel his pain, all right? Trying to work things out in his head. But the problem was he took it to social media and he's trying to plead. And I mean, the reality is he is going to get flamed by black women. They're already in the shade room comments and they're grilling him. So he's making a lot of mistakes. I'm sure he also made parenting mistakes. Obviously, hip hop parents are not going to make good parents. Point blank, period. I don't care if your favorite rapper this, your favorite rapper that. I guarantee a lot of your favorite rappers are horrible fathers. Horrible fathers, all right? But y'all continue to prop them up and you think they're good guys when they're not, all right? Point blank, simple. Now, I'm not saying that he's a bad guy necessarily. I don't really know him like that, but I mean, if he's getting indicted by the feds, I'm sure he's a pretty bad guy.
Fuck the music industry. The street is there for me. I take my right back to Boston or any block in this country and get it.
All right, I have to stop him right there. Thug maxed Alpha Simp. He said, F the industry, the streets are there for me. I can take my ass to Boston and get it on any block. Isn't that how you got indicted by the feds the first time, bro? That's horrible advice. And this is why you're lacking as a father, because you think, and that's why Koi started doing what she was doing, because that is what you taught her. And he doesn't understand that and he can't see it. But if you're, I mean, it would have been different if he said, man, I can go back to Ford and get my job at the dealership and be a mechanic, or I can go back to Roto Rooters or something and become a plumber, or I can go and, whatever. But he didn't say that. He said, I can go back to the streets. And that is what makes him a Thug Max Alpha Simp, which automatically disqualifies him from being a good father, unfortunately. So he's already lost the battle here, but he's going to continue to dig his own grave, unfortunately. And I think that a lot of brothers can learn from this, because we talk about women, but these are the guys that they choose. Thug Maxed Alpha Simp.
Because that's what I did, for real. But we started Hip Hop Weekly, we moved on, I moved to Miami, but I gave your mother a house. Now before that, I was giving your mother $4,000 a month allowance, 4 G's a month for a few years.
And I will say, in the 90s, that was good money.
She could have took some of that money and saved it. She could have opened up a business. When I gave her the house, Koi, you, Taj, Kwame, and Marnie, when I gave her the house, like the 4 or 5 bedroom house, I was still sending $2,500 a month when we broke up. The mortgage was $1,800 a month. She said she couldn't afford it.
So the mother was blowing the money, which is what a lot of these baby mamas do. But at the same time, if she's getting $2,500 a month and she's not working, then a portion of that is going to go to the kids, obviously. And she was probably overspending on food to feed them, overspending on, maybe personal items. She mismanaged the money. Because if she had a job, she should be able to cover her rent, and then that money that he sent her is just extra.
I got no problems with Asia. I'm not disrespecting Asia, I'm not disrespecting your mother, but I'm telling my fucking truth because I'm tired of you lying on me and making, you don't understand, Corey, right? Fuck the music industry. The street is there for me. I take my right back. Like I represent a lot of in that town, in Roxbury and Dorchester. But I can't let you come on the internet and ruin my reputation. How are you a clout kid? How am I using you for clout when I'm your storyline since day one? I thought it was over with. I thought after Rolling Loud, which you treated me like I was one of the fucking stagehands. It ain't no secret I'm not doing as better than I was, but I don't give a I don't care about, that's not what it is about me. Money didn't make me. I've had millions, and I've spent it on you, your mother, your two older brothers, Taj, and your uncle, Jason. Shout, that's my heart, paralyzed. I took care of everybody, and you knew that. Since No More Parties, you've been using me as your storyline, and you still doing it. You talking about your truth, that's not your truth.
Yeah, so apparently Coi Leray is trying to spin some narrative that she was like broke and destitute and couldn't afford this and lights was off and like she was just some hood booger baby or something like that. And he's saying, no, I paid for a 4 or 5 bedroom house for you guys, a $800,000 house. Y'all were living good. Y'all were living high off the hog. You came down to Atlanta to live with me because you was bad with your mama because she couldn't take care of you. And then I put that discipline on your ass. Maybe he started whipping her. Maybe he started hitting her. You know what I'm saying? To put the child in her place. He was not sparing the rod. And then she rebelled against that. And then now I can't do nothing with you. Send you back to your mama and y'all struggling again because she can't manage her money. That's what it sounds like to me. The only mistake or the main mistakes that he keeps making is just putting it on Front Street,
I struggled, I sacrificed, I sold drugs so you didn't have. Like, I represent a lot, and I know that.
So admitting to selling drugs online is also not a good move, Pops. So respectfully,
it sounds cliche-ish, but in this case, that's how it happened. And your mother's not going to get on here and defend me because you take care of her. You tell me I've survived everything, but I'm going to let my daughter take me down? It ain't going to happen, CC. Princess. When you was 3, you had minks and diamonds on in Ray Ray's video, Shine Like My Son, where I brought other fathers and their kids. Stevie, Nori, Ja, where y'all at?
So he's asking for the guys that he ran the streets with to come and defend his honor and tell the social media that he was taking care of his kid. And those guys, they're on with their lives. I mean, even Nori, he's spoken about, we're pretty much ready to sell out and sell our souls to the Illuminati. So, you know, these guys are not going to be helping you out in any way. You're a washed up music industry producer. All your beats are like 1990s beats. So nobody's gonna show any love anymore, unfortunately.
Y'all supposed to be my fucking brothers. Say something. You was there when I was taking care of her. You seen what the fuck I was. Where the fuck are all my friends at that seen me taking care of this little girl and ain't saying? What the fuck, man? God damn, man. And I know that sounds cliche-ish, but in this case, that's how it happened. And your mother's not going to get on here and defend me because you take care of her. You tell me I've survived everything, but I'm going to let my daughter take me down? It ain't going to happen, CC. Princess. When you was 3, you had minks and diamonds on in Ray Ray's video, Shine Like My Son, where I brought other fathers and their kids. Stevie, Nori, Ja.
Yeah, man. So this is a big L. Guys, you got to keep your business offline because it's going to hurt you in the long run. If you are trying to clear your name by speaking about things, just take the L online. It doesn't matter what people say online. Fix your family internally. But it gives us a lot of insight on how the mother has twisted young Coi Leray against her father. And maybe rightfully so, maybe not, okay? These Thug Max Alpha Simps, they make and made a lot of mistakes in the 90s and early 2000s. Drug abuse, gang violence, the gang persona, the Thug Max Alpha Simp persona in general. The way that they taught young boys how to be masculine through the barrel of a gun. Sagging your pants, all that kind of stuff. It all adds up. And you know, it really has soured his daughter against him. So, guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. But you already know what it is. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship question email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking name with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.